I am fucking starving. Honestly, I haven't been as hungry as I've been the last 2 evenings in a very, very long time. Very, very long time. And diet's a really, really interesting one for me because I spent most of my teenage years exercising a lot, doing various sports, and in my later teenage years, starting BJJ. And in hindsight, when I look back, for the majority of my teenagers, I probably lived at a calorie deficit, considering the amount of exercise that I did and the amount of sports that I played. So my body's always been really used, and my mind, most importantly, because the mental side of diet, in my opinion, is probably the toughest part, the most important part. I've always been very well equipped, I guess you could say, to living at a deficit. However, in the last year, I've gradually built myself up to the point where I'm living at bare minimum maintenance calories. And it's been really interesting because my body hasn't changed that much. I haven't noticeably put on too much mass. My legs have grown quite significantly over the last 18 months. Looking back at some videos the other day, that really stood out to me. It's a real shame, and I need to do this thinking about it. It's a real shame that I didn't just measure the circumference of my legs just to get a clear idea as to how much they've grown. Because all I've got to go off is jeans that fit me a year or two ago. There ain't no hope in hell them fitting me now. But living at maintenance calories or a surplus has made my weight shoot up. Now, you wouldn't see it. Like, I'm still relatively shredded. I don't put on much fat at all, to be fair, even if I consistently eat a decent amount of calories. However, I do eat really clean. Like, diet is a big thing for me. I say big. It's not something I stress about. It's not something I worry about. It's not something I really concern myself about. It's something I just spontaneously care about. Like, I find it really easy to be disciplined. I've never really had a sweet tooth. I'm very aware of when, I find it very easy, should I say, to be very aware of when I've maybe had something sweet yesterday evening, or let's say the last 3 evenings I've had something sweet, and then that fourth evening rolls around and I am craving some sugar. I'm super aware of that. However, even that I find quite easy to circumnavigate because, funnily enough, me and my best mate, we used to do this thing when we were younger, where every Friday we would link up at somebody's house and one of our houses, play Xbox, get high, and eat a load of shit. However, one day we grew the fuck up and decided, let's play Xbox, let's get high as fuck, but let's eat a load of fucking fruit. And that was game changing for me personally. That was game changing because that was my first experience of understanding how the body and the mind reacts to sugar, and how whatever sugar it receives or consumes doesn't act like the body and the mind don't actually care about the sugar that you consume. If you're craving sugar, as long as you consume sugar. And I don't know enough about it to go into it, but obviously the basic science behind the difference between the sugars that we get from junk food and the sugars that we get from fruit is the fiber and the vitamins that come with the fruit. We get our sugar packed with a load of other goodness when we consume a fuckload of fruit versus a packet of Haribo's. Now I say that word Haribo's and oh my God, I fucking love me some Haribo's, but it's been years. It's literally been years for me since I've indulged in some Haribo's when I think about it. Because the missus and I, through various little twists and turns, stumbled upon and reached out and searched for information surrounding food and quality of food first and foremost. I'm not really somebody who diets too tough. I don't count my macros. I don't fucking know my macros. I don't know what I consume from a numbers perspective. I have a rough idea that I meet my calories. I meet at least 2,500 to 3,000 calories a day, my maintenance calories. However, I ain't got a clue how much protein I consume. I definitely don't consume enough protein for a bulk, for example. There's no way I reach 200 pounds of protein. Right now, I'm weighing in at an easy 90 kilos, roughly. What's that, 190 pounds? 198 pounds, sorry, something along those lines. I am not consuming 200 pounds of protein a day. 200 pounds, 200 grams of protein a day. There's no way. However, I personally only eat grass-fed meat, and I mean 100% grass-fed, farm-sourced meat, which is actually much easier to get than most people realize. Especially here in the UK, we got a fuckload of farmland. Yes, it's slightly more expensive. However, I've never really been emotionally tied to the whole eating out thing. I love eating. I love going and experiencing those occasions with friends and with the missus. Like, we go out to eat once a week. However, it's not something I necessarily feel like I need. And same with takeaway. I love the takeaway. I'm a fucking, dare I say it, I'm a huge pizza lover. And I am a fucking Domino's fan. I am weak for a Domino's. And over the last, year and a half or so, as clean as I've been eating, I allow myself a Domino's a month. So, what was I saying? Yes, that was the point I was making. I was talking about diet and the cleanliness of diet, and how whilst I don't know my numbers and I don't know my macros, I'm super, super conscious of the quality of food I put into my body. I don't eat no bleached white rice, because all you need to do is one bit of research on what that shit does to your insulin, and you'll never want to touch that shit again. And most importantly, like, eat this shit, eat everything, and be aware of how you feel after it. Like, as soon as I started applying that to my life, that was game changing. The way my body responds to, like, I'm blessed, innit? My missus is half Japanese and her mum is Japanese. So a lot of what we consume at home is Japanese orientated. And Japanese rice, anybody who knows about Japanese rice will know that, like, it shouldn't be called rice. I'm sorry, bro, but it should not be called rice. It's not the same, like, let me not start in it. Anyway, that shit is different. That shit is some godsend food. Like, that shit will fix anything. That shit will make you feel like you can go and run a marathon. Like, that shit hits different. You ain't getting no glucose spike. Your vision ain't going blurry. You're not fucking getting tired after eating that shit. You're feeling like Superman. Anyway, so I'm big on, if you're eating rice, you're eating good rice. If you're eating potatoes, you're eating well-grown, well-sourced organic potatoes, preferably grown in good soil, which is very difficult to find these days considering all the nonsense that is pumped into soil. Meat is the big thing for me. I have not eaten chicken outside of my home we must be approaching 2-3 years now, and I refuse to. I'll never eat a Nando's again. I'll never ever eat chicken outside of my gaff again. I don't give a fuck what anybody says. And my best mate will be rare and at this year, but I'll never do it. I'll never ever do it, because the nonsense, the absolute garbage, that is fucking fed and pumped into our chickens that are raised in battery farms, it's ridiculous. It will make you feel sick. And honestly, like, looking at a Nando's chicken now genuinely makes me feel sick. Like, you put your finger on that shit, you press it down, and the amount of water and just, like, salt that just oozes out. It's vile, bro. It's fucking horrible. And, like, I remember back in the day buying chicken from Tesco, yeah, and you like, I don't know, let's say you chop that shit up to throw it in a stir fry, yeah, and you fry that up before you put it in the stir fry. The chunks of chicken will be like, let's say it's, I don't know, like as big as your finger, yeah, as long as your finger. By the time that chunk is cooked, it's like half the size. Why is that? Because it's pumped full of water. This is just full of water. Like, it's not. Anyway, chicken, nah, fuck that. I personally don't eat any chicken outside the house. Same with beef. Like, unless I'm going to a restaurant where I know and they specifically state that the beef is grass fed, like, I ain't eating steak out no more. Like, fuck that. Like, you think I'm going TGI Fridays? Nah, you're having a bubble bath, mate. That shit is, nah, I'm not involved. The amount of estrogen that is pumped into cows these days, yeah, nah, bro. Like, it's no wonder a lot of the population is obese and a lot of men have man boobs. It's peak. It's tough out here. I'll be real. It is tough. But nah, the only thing I'll eat out is lamb, because it's a little bit more difficult to fuck lamb up versus the others, because lambs are slaughtered when they're babies. So unlike chickens where you can get them pumped full of antibiotics in order to make sure they're quote unquote healthy and they're fed a fuckload of corn and whatnot. And with cows, all I really know about cows is estrogen. That's all I needed to know. Like, I ain't trying to have my hormones out of whack because I'm some fucking meat. Like, nah, I'm good, bro. Like, having your hormones, like, eating clean. This one thing it showed me personally, the being consistent with eating clean. Like, it's been a very long time since I've encountered a situation in my life where I feel like the chemicals inside my body are imbalanced to the point where it's affecting my performance. Like, I don't take no supplements. I don't take any creatine, BCAAs, protein powders, nothing. And yes, like, that could probably improve my performance in some aspects. And I'm not knocking that shit at all, right? I don't have I don't consume any caffeine. I don't consume any pre-workout, anything, any of that. And whilst I work out every day, and not every day is extremely intense. And to be fair, of late, my workouts actually haven't been that intense. Like, I get the work done and I live a fucking active lifestyle. And I'm always raring to go. Like, I'm always good. Like, I'm always got a decent amount of energy. Like, physically, I'm always raring to go. So, yeah, man, I'm a big believer in clean diet. Clean diet. And a lot of people do come back and say to me, but yeah, that's expensive and rare. Well, I always like to look at it like, okay, well, first and foremost, it depends on your priorities. Like, I have my closest friend, like, he's more focused on macros than he is the cleanliness of his diet. And that makes complete sense. Why? Because he's interested in bodybuilding. Perfect. It would be stupid of somebody like that to focus on eating clean and sacrificing macros because they're moving away from their goals. I personally have a simple goal. I want to train every day for the rest of my life, and I want to live to 150. Say what you want about that goal, innit? But I want to live to 150. So to me, it makes sense that you sacrifice everything that you need to sacrifice in order to fucking eat as clean as possible. And even then, you read up on what anthropologists say about diet and whatnot, and in reality, humans have fucking, it's not really so much about like where your ancestors have come from, and more about what they had access to at the time. And even then, like, we're so adaptable as an animal that whatever we have access to at the time, like, we're gonna thrive on. Look at Warren Buffett. The guy's 90 whatever years old. Nigga eats McDonald's every day for breakfast. I ain't touched McDonald's in 3 years. And thanks to my dad, yeah, because my dad's a bit of an arsehole sometimes. And when I told him I ain't never eating McDonald's again, the first thing he said was, that won't last. He fucked up that day. Because of that comment, I am never fucking eating McDonald's again. And as tempted as I've been, because don't get it twisted, I fucking love McDonald's. It ain't happening. And I ain't eating that shit in 3 years. Anyway, I don't even know how I got here. I didn't even think about talking about food today. I had no idea what I was going to talk about. And I just started waffling about food. So, fucking hell, it's been 15 minutes. If you enjoyed this rant about food, I appreciate it. We'll definitely talk about food again, because I am quite passionate about food. And I know there's a lot more people out there who are. So, yeah. Thank you. See you tomorrow.